You guys, Toots, listen on your end. Can you see? Can you hear anything? Um. Okay. We're back to being live. We're back. Welcome back, Nerdivers who are watching. Code open, no intro, no nothing. Toots, do you hear us? Do you hear you on your end? Say something, Brian. Tell me your life. Tell me your secrets. Nothing, Toots? Nothing, Toots? Hold on. Damn it. What the fuck? Okay, pardon my French. Why isn't... Why... Settings. Still the same. Thanks. Your webcam and source below for your guests. Thanks, Jojo. Collab cam. Wash. Your volume's all the way up. Let me check audio. Yeah, you're good. At least everything looks good on my end. It's just not transferring to the stream. So let me see something. But we're not hearing anything. All right. Okay. It's not happening. Okay. Hold up. Done. Speakers. Okay. Hold on. Let me see something. Okay. Now you guys start talking. I'm experimenting with something. I think I fixed it. Maybe.
Hello,
I
hello.
mean, it's Friday. I wish I had a taco. I do not.
Ooh, taco.
Ooh, taco.
I made bomb ass chili beans. That was good.
Hmm, there you go.
But Southern style. My family doesn't like it. They like the savory spicy. I like sweet spicy.
Like the chili
Ah,
They were
beans with the
delish.
sugar.
Yeah.
like Carolina barbecue style.
There we are.
I
We're
fixed it.
back.
I fixed it.
Yay! You fixed it. Yes,
I
sir.
Hey,
Yes, sir. Like honey style, but brown sugar. Yeah.
those are Doctor Strange's hands right there, man. He just held them up. He's like doing the doing the
man,
work.
man, more like Hannibal Lecter, dog. I'm butchering this. I'm destroying this podcast through my own
We're
machinations.
back, baby.
Talk
Excellent.
about like mad scientists gone wrong. The miscalculation, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're back. We're back. We're mostly black, and we're here to destroy things with a little bit of like spice. Yeah, yeah. We have a podcast to do, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God. What?
I didn't even know. You know, and what's funny is it was the speaker audio that was muted for some reason. I didn't mute that. It just did it because it felt like it.
Yeah.
Computers will only do what you tell them to,
No,
according to Seth
I
Well,
had
Brundle.
at least it was something that was figured out, and yeah, it's fine now.
We
Good job.
figured it
Thank you.
out. Saturday nights.
Nice,
Saturday
nice.
nights.
Saturday nights, 8 p.m.
8
UT.
p.m. Be there or be square. So, chat's looking good. Everybody sounds good. MOTN. Daring Devils in video game levels. Bars. This is what we're talking about tonight. I guess I'll crack it open since we're actually doing a show now. Um, Anybody watch Daredevil?
I watched the first episode.
Talk to me. Talk to
I
me.
feel very much how I felt about the Netflix first episode. I got done with it, and I'm like, I'm kind of glad that's over. But
Damn.
um,
Cold
it,
game.
it was for me, and then, pilot, whatever it is, that first episode, it was just drawn out. Like scenes lasted like more than 2-3 beats too long. You know what? Like as a for instance, the last scene where he's walking, you're like, okay, go off, and it's like, nope.
Yeah, that
It
last
just
scene, it
and it,
dragged in it.
and but that's not the only one. They have like 4 or 5 of those things, and they stack up. At least in my brain, and I was like, man, I'm just kind of mired in, you know, cinematography choices right now. Like that's kind of what it felt to me. So, you know, that's what I can give you. I guess I will ask a question because obviously it's branching off of the Netflix version,
Yeah.
so for those of us who are not in the know, I have seen humblings or rumorings on the internets this week that it was not what people expected.
Yeah, people are kind of disappointed a bit by it.
How so?
Uh, it's hard to gauge genuine unsatisfaction nowadays because some people are trolling for the, I would say,
Rage bait.
rage bait. So it's hard to discern. I can only base it upon my own experience. Because a lot of people just find something to complain about, right? Everybody finds things to complain about. But what people are saying is that it doesn't have the same darkness that the Netflix show had. There was like an undercurrent of Matt Murdock is extremely unwell. You know what I mean? Like almost like Batman. You know what I mean? Like Batman has this undercurrent of, yeah, this dude should actually be institutionalized, but he's not. And here we are. And a lot of people didn't like what happened at the very beginning of the series, of the episode, because the people that were in Matt's life in the Netflix show were automatically jettisoned out of this series forever. You know what I'm saying? In certain ways. So it almost feels like, and I can only really speak for myself, it almost feels like they are, it almost feels like trying to be excuse me, being a fan of the Jackson 5 and then having to listen to Off the Wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to listen to Jackson 5, but all you're giving me is Michael. Michael's good, but it's not the Jackson 5. So it's just different. And it's not Disney different. It's just different. Because it's not, no one's complaining that it's Disneyfied. You know what I'm saying? No one's complaining that it's too tongue-in-cheek or woke or whatever people want to say. People are complaining it just doesn't feel the same. It's all based on feels. So I think we're really early in the season, the series rather, and it's just gotta wait it out.
How many are we in for? 8, 12, 6?
I'm assuming 8, but I could be wrong. I don't know the
Okay,
exact number.
we don't hard and firm. Last comment I'll make is Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Thank you. Acting circles around Matt Murdock. Just
Well,
when they're on screen together, it's not even fair.
It's kind of not
like
fair.
I'm looking at Murdock going, you're trying, man, but no.
Vincent D'Onofrio is a super seasoned, like theater actor, man.
Man. He's good.
It's
You
tough.
know what I
You know-
mean? He's good.
Everybody could act until Loki enters the room, and now you got problems because now you got to stand against that guy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody could act until Robert Downey's in the same scene, and then it's But I think, me personally, I enjoyed it for what it is, because I go into these things now with low expectations, and I'm just like, first 2 episodes, I love Daredevil's like one of my dad's favorite heroes, so it's so facto one of my favorite heroes, and to see him swinging through the city like in the comics, it warms the cockles because it's doing things that it couldn't do in the Netflix version. He couldn't swing around the city like Spider-Man in the Netflix version, but in this one he does. I'm surprised people aren't barking because of that. Oh, he's biting out Spider-Man. People who just don't know. In the comics, he does that. So, Toots, do you have any interests in this series? As I grab a cough drop because
Yeah, a
I'm
little
dying.
bit. A little bit, a little bit. I didn't watch the first one, but I've since trying to review it a little bit because of the new season. Is it a new series or is it a new season
New
to the very
series.
first?
New series.
Okay,
It's a
because yeah,
continuation, but it's not. It's tricky.
it turns out the first one that came out on Netflix was a big deal, and I actually remember when that came out and when it was a big deal because you and I talked about it back then, even those years ago. Didn't watch it because I had no interest because it left a bad taste in my mouth watching the movie, and I didn't want to like involve myself with Ben Affleck, Elektra. All of that was like, no, I'm good. I don't want to do it again. Daredevil wasn't even that interesting to me in order for that to even be a thing where it's like, yeah, let me revisit that in a different way. Um,
Right.
had I known that it was going to be as good as it was, and again, I've heard nothing but good things in the clips that I've seen. Was like, oh shit, why did I sleep on this? Um, yeah. So this next series or season or whatever it is, hey, is it only one episode a week? Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, they're stringing it out. It's not like a big brick. You gotta wait.
Has when does Netflix still do that, or is that something that they're trying to bring back?
Everybody's phasing it out. Nobody's doing the whole brick anymore. It's rare. Like I'm watching Reacher, because Reacher's super good. I'm watching Reacher on Amazon Prime every Thursday. I gotta wait and wait for the episode. So I think they learned their lesson about the binge content. Because man, no one's talking about your show
Doesn't
after a
that make it more
weekend.
fun to have to wait for something though?
Yeah,
Like I think that it kind of builds your relationship or your solidarity towards your loyalty towards the show because everything's so fly by night now.
yeah.
Um,
I
yeah,
th-
I like that they're bringing that back.
I think there's
I don't know if
pluses.
it ever went away, but
I think there's pluses and minuses to both. I'm sure there's analytics that prove that binge watching was super imperative to the initial growth of Netflix. But on the other side of that, once that weekend is over, no one's talking about it. Where in this case, you may drop off of viewership because people don't want to wait. But at the same time, there's cooler talk. Did you watch the last episode of Daredevil? Did you do that? Did you do that? So I think there's pluses and minuses to both. But I personally enjoy the slow drip. That's the I personally enjoy.
I agree. So I think good examples of that would be like Squid Games as opposed to Walking Dead. You didn't go to work the next day talking about Squid Games for the rest of the month. You talked about it once it came out that weekend, like you said, and that was it. But Walking Dead every Monday morning, that was, oh my God, Glenn died. You know what I mean? Like that was always
Yeah.
something that like, oh, did you watch that?
Did you
What the
watch
hell?
that shit?
You know what I mean? Like Negan, did you see Negan? Who's this Negan guy? Like all of that. Like that's I agree with that. It's very collective. That's what makes I think that's what's beautiful about what makes cinema and shows and film so powerful and why it's so appreciated.
You know what?
Um, is that it connects people. Like people are all we're all tuning into the one thing, and then we get to go to work the next day. Like I know for a fact you watched it. You know what I mean? Like oh yeah, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful connection.
You know what got me excited
Yeah.
too?
By the way,
No, what's
go
up?
ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. By the way,
Nothing. I was just gonna say I saw the second season of Squid Games finally, and it was very silly. I wasn't expecting it to be so silly. I'm okay with it being silly, which is why I understand why it fell under the demographic of like 10 to 12-year-old boys because my sons are obsessed with it. Um, and I get it. I get it. It's still a lot of killing, a lot of like very modern tropes that you can involve in a storyline. But man, it was not bad. Not
I feel
Squid
it.
Games 1, but not bad. That's all.
I feel it. A very good Squid Games. One I just couldn't get into. I want to know. I want to know something fun.
Yeah.
There's a 1/6 scale Squid Game of the main character. Oh, from Hot Toys. You can get the main
Oh, that's
character.
cool.
And
That's
also,
cool.
there's a 1/6 scale coming out for Daredevil, which I'm very excited for. So
Oh, okay.
I'm looking forward to
Hey,
that.
is that going to be on tomorrow's episode?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Shout outs figured
Okay.
it out. Ha ha.
Figured it out.
Now that the stream is figured out, maybe we could have a cohesive episode. So I'm looking forward to the future. To the future, like Bishop. You know what, Wash? You will be a sick bishop for Halloween, dude. Get you a Jerry curl.
Master Soul's getting a 1-1-1-6 ago.
Yeah, but not as Master Soul. That's the dude from Squid Game.
All right. I'm just wondering where the
hey,
Master
watch.
Soul one is.
Hey,
That's
watch.
all.
You know what you could do?
Anyway.
You could just get you like a Mace Windu, pop the head off, put Master Soul on there. Fuck it. Fuck it. Now you got Master Soul. You're good to go.
That's funny.
You just have black man hands. But who doesn't want black man hands? Black man hands rule.
For sure.
Can crush
For
shit,
sure.
pick cotton, crazy stuff, dog. It goes nuts.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
I could say that word. No one else can.
You could say anything you want, sir.
No one else can. Now that I'm being self-hating and racist, anything else that anybody want to talk about tonight?
How's Monster Hunter?
Ooh, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Yeah, no, I'm curious. Is it good? Is it
Okay.
not? I heard it's easy. Is that true?
I fixed it. I fixed my problem with it. Remember I was complaining about how it looked? It looked all ass. It was like my TV the whole fucking time. So my TV,
For sure.
when it reset, every time the TV like updates, it clears all of your 17-hour calibration stats. You don't notice it, but I was like, why does it look like ass? And I looked at all my calibration of my TV that I spent 9,000 hours doing when I first bought it was washed. So I had to go in and reset that for 2 hours, and now it looks good. So I was like, I can play the game now like a warm blanket. And to answer your question, it is dog shit easy right now. But that's Monster Hunter, dude. Like, okay, you're gonna get me started. I'm excited. I'm getting started. Okay, so here's the thing. The first 20 hours of Monster Hunter is a tutorial. 20 hours. Follow me. So you play through the main storyline where you're the main character and things happen and ecosystems and all that bullshit, right? You're playing through and you're learning, you're solving the mystery of the game. All of that is to teach you how to play Monster Hunter. Once you beat the game and you go from low rank to high rank, then you actually start playing the game where the difficulty ramps up. You got to build certain armors to fight certain monsters because the monster will one-shot you if you come in there incorrect. You have to trade with other people. You have to jump into squads. You have to do so much nonsense that it's almost like two different video games that you're playing. It's almost like, I can't even describe it. Toots, it's like playing checkers, and then when you feel like you've mastered checkers, now you got to play chess. You know what I'm saying? It's like different. It has the same kind of board concept, but it's completely two different things. You know what I'm saying? Damn it.
It sounds interesting, but aside from it sounding, it sounds interesting in that, like, I feel like you probably have to figure out puzzles and figure out like vulnerable points on your monsters and whatnot. But 20 hours of tutorial does not sound fun whatsoever.
Like, what are we doing with life?
Yeah, that's
20-hour tutorial to learn to play the game just so that we can really start playing the game.
Hey.
You know, I appreciate it, and Starfield kind of gives you the same thing, but at the exact same time, like, bro, I don't have 20 hours to play a game so I can start.
I thought Tomb Raider tutorial was ridiculous.
Hey.
Yeah, I can't.
First of all, I would not have you guys besmirch the beautiful name of Monster Hunter. That's first of all.
There'll
be no besmirchment in this house.
No disrespect.
No, I'm
it's
just,
just
I'm,
a weird
Holmes.
strategy.
I'm just kidding. But what I'm Spencer. No. Even the tutorial's fun because you're learning how to. It's very it's very low impact. You know what I mean? It's like you're learning. It's like you're learning how to play a fighting game for the first time or a basketball game.
Was it worth the wait?
Yeah.
Is it worth the wait?
It's so much fun.
Okay.
You know what it gets me? It's not the building of armors or any of the min-max nonsense. Is that every single time you fight that monster, it's completely different. It's completely different fight literally every single time because everything that's involved in the game is changing organically. So it's like sometimes when you fight the monster, it's taking it easy on you. And sometimes when you fight it, it's more aggressive for some reason. Sometimes other monsters will show up. Take her easy. She's my lady.
Oh.
Sometimes other monsters will just jump in and jack you up and just join the fight. Sometimes you have crappy other hunters that actively make the fight harder. Sometimes it rains, and when it rains, it changes the actual ecosystem.
So it's like real life, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
only
it's
without
like
the fighting of monsters.
yeah, it's just drop a T-Rex.
So it's Fallout.
Yeah, it's not it's Fallout, but a bit more dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Tooch, you know I got a type, and in my type it's the Fallout type. I like not knowing what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Monster Hunter scratches that itch because it's like I fought this monster 1,000 times. It's never done that before. What the hell was that? It wiped me. I don't know why. I thought I had it locked down. Nope. He did some kind of stupid Kamehameha wave, and now I'm like, what happened?
I do like shit like that too. Yeah,
It just
I get it.
you just don't know. So every time you fight it, you're like, okay, bastard, I'm preparing for that. Of course, he doesn't do it the whole next fight. What the hell, man? You know what I mean? Or some jerk monster shows up and interferes, and you're not prepared to fight that monster. So now you're at a disadvantage because now you're fighting two monsters, and they're getting you. And you got to run away and recalibrate. And the other guys are just still fighting and dying, but they're too stupid to run away. And sometimes your little cat, you get like a little cat friend that aids you in the battle. And sometimes the cat friend's AI breaks, and it just sits there like doing this, and I need a heal. It freaks out. It's just stuck. And it's like, help me. And the monster is rearing up to do its El Super Beasto attack. Look at my arms. And it just gears up. And now you're about to die because your little cat friend belt out. You know, it's fun, dude. It's the best thing in the damn world. And I haven't played it this week because, you know, school nights. But this weekend, shit, I'm about to jump right back in.
There you go.
I love me some Monster
so you
Hunter.
Have it.
I love me
you
some
gonna
Monster
shout
Hunter.
out your like username so people can join you or what?
No, don't find me. You guys can't
All right,
play.
never
You guys are garbage. I don't want you guys playing with me. You're gonna make my fight
Never
long.
mind.
You're gonna make my fight take
Well,
longer.
that's mean.
I'm being so
Wow.
real right now. No, I'm just kidding. I'll shout it out. I'll put it in the chat. I'm just playing, guys. Join. I want to build a guild. I would love an MOTN guild for those who play the game. But I've never been able to get any. I've been wanting that for a long time. Like I've been wanting an MOTN guild for Marvel Snap. I've been wanting an MOTN guild for like Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like I want a guild that Nerdiverse can just go out there and kick ass and take names under the banner of MOTN. You know what I'm saying?
Marvel Snap is so chaotic though.
I love. Are you talking
It
about
moves
Marvel?
too quickly.
You're talking about Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals.
What is the one that I watch on screen and it's like gambling?
Oh, that's Marvel
What is
Snap.
that one?
Oh,
That's
you're talking
Marvel
about-
Snap.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
talking about Snap.
Like gambling, there's no money involved. If there was money involved, we'd have something going. Like I could get some games
It's
going.
crazy. It's like a slot machine almost. Like it just moves so quickly. I don't understand it. I don't. Like it's so chaotic.
It's like a slot machine.
It is.
She's not wrong.
Flashes and lights, and she's absolutely
Yeah.
not wrong. I've just never considered it, and neither do the people sitting at the slot machine when they're
Oh
like,
yeah.
click, 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 chick, chick. Actually, not even
Yeah.
tapping that button.
It looks fun, but it's so quick. I would never know what to do. I'm like, okay, what card do I play? I don't know. No, I can't. Yeah.
You start-
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, you just turn off the game.
Exactly.
Turn off the game. Fuck it. Just give me a
Over it.
nosebleed. You know what I'm saying? Can't handle it. Can't handle it.
Done.
That's funny.
Tootie, did you finish
Yes.
Spider-Man?
No, I have 3 episodes left. I did not.
Okay.
I actively did watch some.
Oh, not You actively did watch them? Is that what you said?
I actively did watch them because remember
Oh, so
I
watch
only
them.
started with
Okay.
the first three, so
Oh,
I'm right in the meat and the potatoes of it. But nothing spoiled because you guys have already talked about everything that I've already watched. So
okay.
I don't know if you guys finished talking about it or not.
No, I've been holding.
No, it's been
I've been,
bits and pieces because I hadn't finished. I was like where you were, and I finished the last two.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
have not finished. I have not finished.
Mike,
Yeah.
is this a fever dream or does this matter?
none of it matters, my man. None
Oh
of it matters.
no, Metallica, no.
Nothing else
And
matters.
nothing
It super
else
matters.
matters.
It matters to that story, to that multiverse, to that
Okay.
universe.
You know what I'm talking
I don't.
about. Don't
I
be
feel.
coming in here with your comic book
Politics.
nonsense, like trying to politics, trying to politicking it up a little bit. You know what I'm talking about. So wait a minute. How much money did we spend on what over the course of what with how many extra what to then put something in front of my eyes that's so damn awesome that I'm like, damn, this is freaking cool. And then go, does this matter? Nah, man.
I could
Nah.
be nihilist.
But
I'm a Sith Lord, bro. I could be nihilistic sometimes.
I, look, we got Thunderbolts coming out, what, 2 weeks?
Dark
We,
Avengers.
we, we,
Let's
we
go.
got Dark Avengers. Oh, so to me, it's just the strategy behind it. You know what I mean? Like I'm in like Never Land because it's like who decided to make this thing? I'm okay with it, but
Yeah.
why did you decide to be like, yeah, we're gonna do this and hopefully it makes sense to the average layman, which I'm not. I'm in the nerdiverse, but I haven't watched the Tom Holland Spider-Man. And frankly, this does not make me want to go watch the Tom Holland Spider-Man.
You're good,
This
man.
makes me go, I really want season 2. And
Yeah.
I hope it's
That's the
45
point.
minutes long.
That's the whole point of it is to make you.
So,
Crap. Can we just start 2 now? I know 2 has been greenlit, so it's just a matter of
but they
time.
got movies
Yeah, it
coming
has
out,
already.
right?
Yes.
Like
Well,
they got movies coming out. You know what I mean? Like I'm
no.
not the one in charge.
The drip never stops,
Butts in
right?
seats. Butts in seats.
Because by the time
Thunderbolts comes.
by the time Daredevil ends,
Spider-Man and Thunderbolts, man, it's Marvel, right? They do the whole canon thing, man, right? Go watch Thunderbolts. Oh, well, no, let's go look at the Hulk. Maybe he's in there. Captain America, Spider-Man. Wait, Black Cap? No what? Again, especially coming off of Phase
like
3.
4,
So
5, something like that. Well,
I'm just
put it like
asking
this.
questions.
Kingpin mentioned Spider-Man in the last Daredevil episode, so we're in a big cuddle puddle right now. You know what I'm saying? Which is where we want to be. That's Marvel. Marvel is the cuddle puddle. We're all in this together, and it's all mixed together. It all counts. It all counts. It all doesn't count. It's Schrodinger's cat. You know what I mean? It's alive and dead.
Okay,
at the
but
same
it
time.
didn't used to be that way. So is it just something that we as an older audience have to get used to because it was always a one and done deal. We've always had one comic book with one universe. Or I guess it doesn't work with comic books. I can't use that analogy. Okay, it used to always work with just one film. Now we have Netflix's version. Now we have Hulu's version. Now we have Fox's version. Now we have the WB's version. Now we have, you know what I mean? So now we have all kinds of levels and layers and storylines to all of these stories. So do we just get to pick and choose which ones are real and which ones aren't? Or does that alienate one as a nerd, as we would call ourselves, right? Because
Thank you for
I like
saying
this
that,
storyline, but I
Judy.
don't like this
Toots.
storyline. So does that make me less of a nerd to not like this storyline? You know what I mean? Like, does broadening this entire thing make it more saturated to the point where we don't care, or is it more saturated to the point where it brings in more viewers to care more
Or
and
are
to
we
be
just
more involved in
confused?
the origins?
I love this
Or are we just confused? Exactly.
I love this conversation because welcome to comic books. That is comic books in a nutshell.
For sure, yeah.
Running concurrently is Amazing Spider-Man, Sensational Spider-Man, All New Spider-Man, Spider-Man and Friends. They're all different writers, all different plots, but all to do with the same character, Peter Parker. But is it all canon? Sure. What's the real thing. It's all the real thing. It's all happening to Peter at the same time. And whichever one is most popular is the main storyline. And that's the worst and best thing about comics, is that all this stuff is happening at the same time. And Feige's brilliant idea was to make these movies like soap operas. It's a big soap opera. It's a daytime soap opera that will never stop. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to constantly go.
Which Earth are we on in Spider-Man?
Which Spider-Man?
Don't F with me, Mike.
Which Spider-Man?
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, for this Spider-Man?
You know what I'm talking about.
For
this Spider-Man that we're having this conversation about.
I don't know. It's not 616.
So
it's not 616.
So isn't it? This is my point, and Tootie made the point just way more elegantly than I could. Right? I happen to not read comics per se.
Yeah.
Right.
Same. Not so much.
Like I don't. Right. But I am familiar with Earth 616, the Loki thing, multiverse, and yes, Nerdiverse. I go deeper than that, but let's just keep things surface level.
Yeah.
Like 616, right? Like, where are we, man? And why am I watching your show if I don't know where I'm at? And why do I need to go watch the rest of your franchises if I have no idea what is going on? Which speaks to my question of, yo, bro, your comics, what are they doing? So are they just going to let everybody do what they want and then pick the most popular and go, we blended it enough, here's your main storyline? They're just going to
I personally think that once we
I'm not yelling at you.
No, I understand.
Animated.
I love this conversation because it speaks to the core of comics, is that I think that once we get to Secret Wars, things are going to be a lot more streamlined after that. DC would do, every couple of years, DC would do a thing called a crisis of Infinite Earths, right? And this was a culling of all these strings of different universes, all these different Batmans, these different Flashes, these different Supermans. They put them all in one big ball and squish them together in a giant event. And by the end of that event, there's one universe. You know what I'm saying? Marvel has never really had to do that before until they start doing all this multiverse crap, and where you don't know what's what. And there's 7 different Wolverines, and there's 9 different Spider-Men, and nobody can keep track of what's what, and people don't know what to invest in, and it's getting all mixed up. DC solved this problem in the 70s, where it was like, we have 5 different Supermen, we have 3 different Batmans, and they're all doing different things. We're going to create a crisis of Infinite Earths, bring all these different multiverses together, and put them in a blender. And whatever comes out at the other end is our universe. So I think that we're never going to see the multiverse again after Secret Wars, after Doomsday, because they're going to take all these strands, all these different Spider-Men, all these different Caps, and make it digestible in one solid divine timeline, where Miles Morales.
So then everyone is going to die, with the exception of one, right?
Everyone's going to die.
Everyone is going to die.
Everyone's going to die, be liquidated, be merged, until we get new actors, or the same actors who are going to play the role, but play it as a singular version of that character.
And that's why Thor is crying.
Yep, because that Deadpool's dead.
I don't know.
That Deadpool's dead. What happened to Deadpool? He died.
Yeah, that Deadpool's dead.
What happened to Deadpool? You know?
To the larger conversation, we don't all get paid by Marvel. You know what I mean? No one's cutting us a Marvel check. So it's not like we have any vested interest in it, but does it hurt the brand? And when I look at Captain America, Brave New World, that was 2 weeks ago, right? Yep. Worldwide, 346 million? That's a little low for a Marvel movie, isn't it?
Well, because people had their own, people had preconceived agendas for that movie to begin with. We didn't say that about Deadpool. That hit a billy.
I guess that did hit a billy, though. That did hit a billy. Okay, point taken.
Well, people have
one of the highest grossing.
One of the highest grossing.
The highest grossing.
I don't know if that counts. Like
it counts.
It's kind of
if Deadpool,
it definitely counts.
If Deadpool had Brian, if Deadpool had preconceived woke allegations, I use woke in quotes, then people would have did the same shit they did to Marvels. They would have did the same thing they did to Captain America: The Avengers, and that shit would have got lambasted. That's just how it goes. in this day and age. I hate to say it, but that's the numbers are proving the pudding. That's why they're pulling back on all that shit. And it's not fair, and I hate it. But that's just how it is. And say what you want to say about the content. And that's, everyone can hide within the shadow of a doubt, right? Well, the content's bad. It's a bad movie. Well, why is it bad? It's just bad. Explain yourself. I'd rather not. You know what I mean? So I think that and people it's funny. People complain about like woke culture and DEI and all that nonsense, and the X-Men are coming, which is the most culturally, you know what I mean? Like diverse group of all time. Their whole point is about cultural equality. So it's like, what are people don't know what people are getting hyped for weird shit. But all that to say,
I think the difference in that is that it wasn't forced upon somebody, but at the same time, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Like there's certain that's what makes the comic book and the heroic universe so amazing, is that these characters are meant to be relatable. They're meant to be diverse. They're meant to be one day you can ... One day perhaps maybe you'll fall into a radioactive spider ... Miles Morales did it, did he not? So
he got bit.
here's that's what I'm saying. So that there's
Shout out Miles.
There's that, but also I don't think it comes from a moment of oh no, they're not white. Why is that? I think it comes from a moment of change. People are not accepting of actual change. And again,
No, never.
It goes back to a pattern of
Never.
understanding that people study eyebrow hairs of certain characters and make sure that these things are absolutely tailor-made accurate. And if it's not, then it's not true to story. It's not canon. It's not any of this bullshit. So it's kind of unfair. It's kind of unfair for new writers who come into this, even new writers who come into this as comic book fans, to give everybody everything that they want. It's never going to happen, especially now, especially given there's fan art, there's amazingly generated fan art that's just like, oh my god, that should have been in the movie type shit. Like that's kind of, if I was a director, writer, producer, director of photography, blah blah blah, I'd be insulted if somebody made something better than I did for my film. Like, dang, but it's possible.
Well,
so that being said, like I think it's more of a matter of change, of authenticity, than it is anything to do with actual characters. Because like I said previously last week, on paper and on screen, Captain America as a single dude trying to save the country, amazing movie. But there's so much baggage tied to that character that he couldn't pull off what was supposed to be pulled off. Not because he was black, and really nothing to do with the fact that he was black. It's because he was new. It's because he was new. So then, on top of the poor writing, if the writing was better, it probably would have been decent film. Who gives a shit about the color of the skin of the character and blah, blah, blah? It really more has to do with the writing and the dialogue. Like I said, they were trying to convince us that he was that, as opposed to just letting him organically be that hero.
Well,
it makes a huge difference
to
me. And again, yes, go, because again, you guys are saturated in this a hell of a lot more than I am. I am, in my opinion, surface level nerd, but I do have a heart for it. So yes, please, because you know more than me. There's no doubt.
No, it's not even about that. It's just like a couple of things. Like one, dang it. This goes to Brian's point, Watcher's point, that why should I get invested if I don't know what's going on? If this isn't matter in the grand scheme of things, this isn't tied to the central plot of the MCU. Why should I care? Right? And from my understanding, Captain America in the whatever it's called, Brave New World or whatever, didn't really push the needle on what's going on in the current state of the MCU. So it felt inconsequential, you know what I'm saying, to the grand scheme. Just like Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man changes nothing.
All it really did was introduce a new Falcon.
Yeah, pretty much. Everything else was pretty standard. So it's like even the Neighborhood Spider-Man changes nothing about the current run of the MCU. But it's a fun story and you enjoy it. But some people need to have it make sense. They needed to, add to the general collective of the story. What
Yeah,
do we,
no, that's not what I'm saying specifically, but I understand the people you're talking about. What I'm saying specifically is Marvel has spent 2 decades telling us that their movies are a coherent story vision. I have not received the latest update of Marvel going, hey, look, guys, we've reached the point. You know what? We're just doing individual movies now. Just take them one at a time and just look at it that way. This way your boy did in DC.
you know what? You know when they pivoted? You know when that pivot happened was the birth of the multiverse.
Well, I
The birth of the
understand.
multiverse was the pivot.
I understand when the pivot happened. My point is that I just think as a marketer, as someone who's been in sales, marketing, and business for over 20 years, worked in entertainment, still working in entertainment, look, man, you have a responsibility to your fans to go, yeah, that whole canon thing that we were doing where everything's kind of connected and all of that. Yeah, we're done with that.
Hey,
So
Brian.
let that
Hey,
expectation go.
also, as marketing, you mean to tell me I can sell a T-shirt with a white Spider-Man, with a black Spider-Man, with a female Spider-Man, with an Indian Spider-Man? You can just market this to all demographics and make a killing? Release Beyond the Spider-Verse. Oh, everyone gets. You get a Spider-Man. You get a Spider-Man. You get a Spider-Man. And that was like, it's almost like selling toys, right? It's like this is This is a marketer's dream that I can market to all demographics and make it make sense, and hide it behind a through line that's existed in comics since for a very long time. So it quote
Marketing
unquote.
wise, that would make sense, yes. And just so you know, you're staticky for I'm not sure what reason. I don't know if you need to adjust.
Am I still staticky?
Yep.
Did I touch anything? I don't think I
No,
touched.
it's not your
No,
microphone. Check
are
your
you sure it's not
headpiece.
me? Because it happened when
No,
I was
it's
talking. Okay, it came in on Mike's side. All
it's
right.
Mikey. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm talking now. I'm still staticky.
Yes, sir. You're crackling.
Maybe my internet connection.
It sounds
Maybe.
like something's low. Battery might be dying. Do you have anything battery operated?
No, this mic is plugged directly into the PC.
Your headphones?
Uh, maybe it's my cough drop. Maybe
No,
it's my cough.
no,
It's
I
not
don't think so.
it's not my cough drop. I don't know. Everything on my
It's
end
okay.
looks.
We'll deal with it. Let's carry on. Yeah, we're okay. But yes, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Yeah.
Okay. Just to delay my thought.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, it's so much worse.
What? I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I,
we don't either. We don't either, Mike. We have no idea. And
uh,
it's not you. You didn't do anything. We know that, but
God, this me up. Okay. On top of that, my voice is raspy, which is probably adding to the crackle. Um, okay. I think
you ready to close out? We could do
yeah,
that.
we're at time. What is everybody looking forward to next week?
Brian, what are you looking forward to this week?
What do I got this week? This week, what do I have this week? Holy crap! There was something I was looking forward to this week. There's more than a couple of things. I still need to watch Lord of the Rings because I still want to watch that. But yeah, I don't remember what the hell it was. I lost it. I don't know. But I'll be watching that other Daredevil, catching up on that, and playing some more Legion. And oh, my new Star Wars book. That's what I'm looking forward to. Death of the
Ah, there we go.
Empire.
Yes, you did mention that.
Everything written from like the time of the Empire, but from Bail Organa and Mon Mothma's point of view, and all of the politicians. So it should be a politically heavy book, which I
Oh,
dig.
I'm right there with you. Okay, let me know how it is. Secondly, who won last week?
Who won?
The cook-off, the cooking issues, the cooking shows.
Oh,
Was it not the championship?
no, it was the first round. It was the first round.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
no, it's the first of like
Oh,
six,
okay.
8 weeks. So coming on this Sunday, Tournament of Champions. That's what else I watched. I also
Wait,
watched
what are
some
you
brand
watching
new
it on?
Food Network, or you can watch it
Oh,
on
okay.
HBO Max on replay the next
Okay.
day. And I was also watching Wild Card Kitchen, which, if you don't know, that's hosted by my boy Eric Jampong. Can't pronounce his last name, and I don't know him, so he's not my boy. But it's culinary poker, where they hand out like you know meal cards that the chefs have to cook, but they bring their own
That's
stack of
great.
fat cash and they put their fat cash on the line. And some people's feelings be getting hurt. Like you be seeing some chefs looking at other chefs like, "Yo, bro, you just went up 1,000 on me. What the bleep?" So check that out
Okay, I
too. It's
just wrote
fun
it
stuff.
down. So yes, I will do. Mike, are you there?
Yeah, am I still staticky?
You are, unfortunately. But let us know. What are you doing this weekend? Quickly.
Quickly. Monster Hunter. Gonna be doing more Monster Hunter. Um,
Monster
definitely,
Hunter.
definitely
Okay.
gonna be watching more Daredevil. Finished
Okay.
Paradise, which I want to talk about, but gotta wait to have someone to talk about that with. Really want to talk about that
I
show.
also have to watch Paradise and finish it just so I can watch it with you.
Yeah,
So,
I fucking love that
yeah.
show. Watching more
Yeah,
Reacher,
Nick.
and just looking forward to figuring it out. So we're gonna gotta test some
Okay.
things, and it's gonna be good.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what's going on with Mike's mic. We apologize. If you anybody who's watching in the near future, our bad. We're still working through things. We're going through growing pains. We had a Windows update that was severely just messed everything up for all of us. It just like coincided with all kinds of other creepy things. So we're trying so hard not to get shadow banned, and we're still working on that. And on top of working on that, we're trying so hard to do trial and error when it comes to testing things to make sure that you guys get the best quality that we can provide you guys in this moment until we can work on better hardware. So, that being said, let me go to our MOTN announcements. First thing I want to let you guys know is that we're going to do something called MOTN Random Select, where we actually select a bevy, it turns out, of movies and we rank them against each other. And the first draft, I think, is going to be live next Friday, God willing. But yeah, we do want to involve you guys in that draft as well. So anybody who comes to the live stream gets fully involved in the chat and says, "Yeah, I want this movie, I want that movie," your vote will count in that draft, certainly. So we have movies lined up for you guys. We'll probably get that list gathered. It's going to be a list of 24 movies altogether that we're going to rank against each other one by one. I'm kind of looking forward to it. It's my first time being involved with it. Brian and Mike have already done it once before. So I'm looking forward to being a part of that as well with them. It was very fun. It looks like a lot of fun anyway. And so I'm looking forward to that. Also, MOTN reviews, Boondock Saints. That's going to be the next thing that we're going to actually be doing, and I think that's going to premiere next Wednesday. No, 2 Wednesdays from now. So either right before or right after St. Patrick's Day is when we will be premiering the Boondock Saints review in honor of St. Patty's Day and our Irish brothers and sisters, as it
That
were.
makes sense.
We are also doing MOTN merch. We're doing giveaways. That's going to happen very soon. If you watch this, I urge you to be involved in the giveaway. We are doing a fig pin giveaway along with some MOTN sunglasses and MOTN stickers. It's going to be fun. All you have to do is comment somebody who isn't following our channel, and you're there. You're right there. You're drawn in. You get fully involved. We will ship everything to you free of charge, and it's yours, and it's there to go. So that'll be announced coming closer. But yes, we are doing giveaways. Next thing is going to be the Gemwork event, and I'm going to be announcing this for the next couple of weeks. April 19th, we will be doing a private Gemwork event here in LA. If anybody wants to join us, if you want to join, please DM the Masters of the Nerdiverse Instagram account. You can get a personal invitation. Get the it's very exclusive. It's going to be a very small event, maybe 130 at the most, maybe 160 people if we can push them in. Probably not that many, but it is very private, very fun event, and always filled with legendary local heroes. As far as music is concerned, it's going to be a fun event. Let's go there. MOTN Figured It Out is my last announcement. MOTN Figured It Out every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Mikey is working very hard in understanding that there's an entire audience for collectibles. We know you guys enjoy collecting things. If I could afford it, I would do the same thing. I used to do it when I had the space and I had the money for it. I don't do it anymore. I miss it so much. But yeah, all you collectible fans out there, there is another feature show tomorrow, 8 p.m. So let's go. It's going to be live. Tomorrow's going to be live. I will be in the chat. If Brian's available, he'll be in the chat. But for sure, we are going to be continuously involved. And Mike G will, of course, be hosting that event. So those are all our announcements. Mike G, if you want to take it away, if just to say your thing, I know your microphone isn't working very well, but yeah, we're still here. So hi.
Yes. Am I still coming in robotic? Just so I can.
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, perfect. So let's just go ahead and close this out before I let you destroy my entire room. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. Thank you, JoJo. Thank you, Repulsive Pulse, for dropping your bot spam in my chat. Gotta love it.
Bye, Brian.
Take care, everybody. This has been MOTN. Hope you enjoyed the show.